Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you guys talk a little bit about, because this is all athletes. I think the higher levels you go, obviously the worse it gets, right? Or not the worse it gets, but the more that you have to cope with the pressure, right? And some of the external stresses that is not necessarily part of the game. It's all of this other things, right? Expectations, or you know, even like big games coming up and all of that. What are some of your guys' ways? Is it similar to how you guys would manage and cope with some of the pressure, and what would help you, you know, make sure that it doesn't get the best of you so you still can perform, right?
Yeah. Do you want to go or?
I can go first.
Well, for me, honestly, it was my faith. Like, he knows I would just, my thing was like worship music or praise music, like to calm my spirit, and just like, God always reminded me like, hey, just audience of one. Like when you go out there, because it's like, the stand trip is packed. Like sometimes it's nerve wracking, but you just stay focused and, you know, trust him that he gave me everything I needed to go through all this. So. Totally just leaning on him, and that was kind of my way of getting through all that.
I'm sure that helped a lot.
Huge, yeah, that was my huge thing.
What about for you, the pressure and all of this?
Same with Chanteal, you know, we used to text each other scriptures when we needed it, you know, this whole audience of one, you know, just playing in front of God, you know, it was big. It was big for us, and definitely helped us out during those times when, you know, the pressure was on. But then at the same time, just preparing yourself, you know, doing what you needed to do, you know, because as the old saying goes, you know, failure to prepare is preparation for failure. And like just making sure, you know, you're watching the film, you know, you're eating right, you know, you're mentally and physically ready for Saturday. That was all huge. And like Chanteal mentioned, like just the faith. You know, and to be honest, my faith was never as strong as like until I met Chanteal and her family, because they're super heavily involved in our church, and that's actually where we kind of met too. You know, so you know, you knew it was a good thing. And we met each other in church, and our faith was a huge part. You know, just trusting God and everything to this day. You know, not even just from when we were playing. Like He's been guiding us. He's definitely taken the wheel in our relationship, in our marriage, you know, with our families, you know, just surrendering it all to Him, you know, just giving Him all the glory. It's amazing, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And there's always a plan, right? It's always going to work out how it should, right? So a lot of these things are not in your control, right? You just keep doing what you can do, and then have faith that, you know, it's going to work out.
Totally.
So, I mean, those things, it probably helped a lot, right, during your career.
Absolutely.
I was just thinking about it too when you guys were talking about your experiences, right? It must have been really stressful in the fall because both of you are in season, right?
So
and it's not like, oh, one person's in season, the other person can kind of support. You know? It's like,
true.
no, I have my own stuff that I gotta do, and you have your own stuff. And how do we be there for each other?
There are games when you would be away, and then by the time you come back, we would be away. So there are some of those. But we made it through.
We made it.
Those experiences too, you must think back, like, you know, there's a lot of challenges, but a lot of the good times with all of that too. And then you guys have the same off season, right? Well, relative off season. So you guys have more time, I guess, to, you know, outside of the demands of
kind of relax
season. So that's good
Jack
too.
in the Box and
oh my gosh,
Baskin Robbins.
So